Oh, fuck me. Dark Souls is full of iconic weapons, legendary blades, divine miracles, and giant two-handers that split the world in half. But today, I'm not using any of that. I'm beating Dark Souls using only hammers. No swords, no shields, no magic. Just pure, brain cell reducing, bone shattering, blunt force trauma. And somehow this actually works. I can only use hammers, no summons, healing is allowed. And if it swings like a hammer but technically isn't, we won't be using it. We start in the Undead Asylum armed with a club. Asylum Demon gets bonked into early retirement and we escape into Lordran to spread the gospel of blunt force trauma. We pick up the reinforced club. We'll be using this for a long time. It's extremely nice. And we give it a little test before moving on. Taurus Demon tries to jump scare me, but I came prepared with a hammer and zero respect for personal space, as well as a few well-placed bonks. We make our way over to the shortcut. We get that shortcut. We get some levels, and we go into our death a few times. And then we procure the war pick. Give it a little test. I think we give it a little test. We decide we probably don't like this weapon, and we move on. You won't be seeing this weapon again. We then go say hello to Lautrec. We give him a few well-placed parries and bonks until he dies. It is very satisfying. Next up is the Bell Gargoyles, a fight that ruins first-time players, but apparently they're weak to repeatedly hit in the face with a tree trunk. One goes down, the other panics, and suddenly I'm going to be ringing the first bell of awakening like it's a Sunday morning. Then it is the Moonlight Butterfly, a boss that spends 99% of the fight just floating, doing nothing. When it finally comes down, I'll repeat myself, when it finally comes down, and then I'll repeat myself, when it finally comes down, I make it regret that decision. And it felt so good. It really did. We get the basement key, and we head off to Blighttown. The location constructed entirely out of ladders and poison. And hatred. There's definitely some hatred there. But in this swamp of misery lies greatness, the Great Club. A weapon so strong, it made the rest of the game look like an early access beta. Other than a few bosses. And then there is the Great Club, followed by a boulder. Quelaag, the half spider, half woman, half lava, and all allergic to being smashed in the face. After a few heavy hits, the second bell will be rung. But get in there. I definitely died a few times. But now, she perishes to the bonk. And then the bell is done. Oh, a little bit extra. I fucked up and said no. So I had to kill this guy to get through to get the shortcut. Well, not the shortcut, the bonfire. Sorry. But there were some issues with this. Mainly the maggots. Yeah. We had a run back, let's just say that. And then we tried to farm for the large club. But after 2 hours of getting nothing but dung pies, I decided to go to Sen's Fortress. Sen's Fortress is what happens when an architect grows tired of humanity. Snakes, swinging blades, boulders. It's basically a theme park designed by a war criminal. But the Great Club didn't care. One hit and the snakes pretty much perished. I attempted to get the cage key, but you'll see in a second how that went. The Iron Golem looks intimidating until you realise he has the balance of a newborn giraffe. But it definitely hits like a giraffe too. I tried to take my anger out on this guy, but he took his anger out on me. Finally, a few swings of the club, and he finally falls over. And now we're off to New Londo. Oh, not New Londo. Anal Londo. This is where I had a little bit of fun with the Dragon Tooth. And then Ornstein and Smough. The iconic duo, the bosses that break players and controllers. But today, they meet the hammer. I also met their hammer and spear. Smough tries to jump, Ornstein tries to dash, and I'm here just swinging a tree like I'm late for work. Once one goes down, the other will definitely follow. Because Smough doesn't have very good cardio. And with that, Aino Londa is saved from two very questionable employees. We grab the Lord Vessel. We attempt to hit the woman, but we can't, so we move on to the Capra Demon. Yeah, this didn't last long. Other than a few hits, I just kept swinging the hammer. So, yeah, he didn't last long. I went and got the large ember to upgrade our Great Club even more. It felt even better. Then it was Ceaseless Discharge, who went down pretty easily. Yeah. I walked all the way over here and realized I haven't placed the fucking Lord Vessel yet. So I went and done that. Angrily. Then it was for the Fire Sage. He didn't put much of a struggle up. The Centipede Demon, after missing a load of times, I decided to stand in the corner. And he just wanted to jump out the map. I couldn't help it. It was his own choice. Then it was Los Isolive. After the demon decides to die. We had no issues in this place, other than one, which you'll see in a second. This fucker here. The Bed of Chaos went down really easily, other than this butt-clenching moment here. I eventually hit the glowing thing, and the boss dies out of pity. Then it was time to get cursed, because Seath was being a bit of a dick like this day. I fell there. After breaking the crystal, he becomes mortal. Then he's just a naked dragon with no legs. A few hits later, and he's deleted from existence. Come on, delete him already. Fuck yeah, now. We ain't got all day. There we go. Then I decided to get the Havel Ring. And then we're off to the big wolf with a big sword and even bigger feelings. I don't want to do it, but Seath absolutely wants to. The emotional fight didn't last long. After a few well-placed hits, the fight ends with, luckily not seeing the emotional limping, but in one bonk. Thank God. Then it was for attempting the Four Kings, which after dying multiple times, I decided to go to the catacombs. And then I went AFK and paused the recording, and then, yeah. So then it was for Nito. He greets me with his skeleton army. I greet him with a large piece of wood. He crumbles faster than my willpower in Blighttown. We upgraded to the Smough hammer, and then immediately downgraded back to the Great Club. A few upgrades, and it was back to the Four Kings. It was supposed to be a DPS check, which is convenient. The large club does DPS. I swing, they die. Now for Gwyn. The Lord of Cinder. I got a fire. Facing a guy with a log. Parries, I miss a lot. Grace, definitely not. Hammer? Oh yes. I would love to say a few hits late refalls, but I kept trying to parry and was here for around 2 hours. Oh, you think this is the try? You think this is the run I do it? Think again. Because upon getting him this low, I fuck up. And just, why didn't I hit here? Why didn't I hit here? Yeah. A lot of deaths. A lot of deaths. This is only a few. There was definitely a lot more. I don't know what happened. Without a shield, I can't parry this dude very well. And the amount of times I had to walk away from my desk while fighting Gwyn. Out of everyone, Gwyn. The one you can parry and kill very easily. I just couldn't do it. But this was the run. I finally ended Gwyn. This was one of the most fun challenge runs I've done. Well, one of the only. Simple idea. If you want any more challenge videos, let me know what I should try next. Thanks for watching. If you want anything more, let me know in the comments. Everything dies when the bonk is strong. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.